Hey guys, it's Scott here from the fragrance channel Scott Aromatico. Welcome. So guys, how do we invoke memories? We can invoke memories through scent. And what's the best time to invoke a memory? Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day is upon us, so today we're going to be talking about our 10 favorite scents for Valentine's. And today I am so lucky and so privileged and so honored to be joined by my friend Steven Redolessence of the fragrance channel Redolessence. He's going to be doing his 5 favorite designer fragrances for Valentine's Day, and then I'm going to be closing it out with my 5 favorite niche fragrances for Valentine's Day. So if you guys are interested, stay tuned.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Oh, baby,
Hey guys, it's Scott again. Before we get started with the review, if you guys are a fan of fragrance-related content, you guys love giveaways, you guys love talking about niche fragrances, you love designer fragrances, or anything having to do with fragrances whatsoever, go ahead and hit that red button and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you as part of the family. And if you find any value today whatsoever in this video, please go ahead and smash that like button really hard. Thank you so much for all your support, and thank you for joining us. Now let's turn it back over to Steve in Redolessence. Go ahead, Steve.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, my name is Steven. I have a YouTube channel called Redolessence, and of course I would like to start this video off by saying a very special thank you to my good friend Scott from the channel Scott Aromatico for having me be a part of this collaboration. And what we're doing here is we are collaborating on 10 Valentine's Day fragrances. I have been given the task of selecting 5 designer fragrances to wear on Valentine's Day. If you are a gentleman and you want to take your significant other out to a date, I feel like all 5 of these will do really well for you. So one of the criteria, if you will, that I was taking a look at for this particular list is I want to wear fragrances that are not going to turn people off. I want to wear fragrances that have a very agreeable personality or demeanor about them. Nothing too daring or too challenging. And so with that being said, here is what I had in mind. The first fragrance that I would recommend for Valentine's Day is by the brand Carolina Herrera, and this one is called Bad Boy. Now, the reason I chose this fragrance is because it has a bit of a chocolatey vibe. So it's smooth, it's a little bit on the sweet side, it's not a gourmand, it's not overbearing in terms of how much sweetness it has, but it definitely has that touch of chocolate in there that really makes it kind of a seductive fragrance. And whenever you think of Valentine's Day, you think of roses and chocolate. And so I find that this fragrance really sort of checks all those boxes off. And so Bad Boy by Carolina Herrera in my number 5 spot. The next fragrance, okay, there's a bit of a caveat here. The reason I chose this one is because it actually has love in the name. And how cool would it be if you bought your significant other the counterpart to this fragrance? And this one is by Gucci, and it's called Gucci Guilty Love Edition. Now, here's the thing. This one, to me at least, smells exactly like the original Gucci Guilty, which is not the most complex or the most daring or avant-garde or artistic fragrance out there. I think it's a fantastic creation by Alberto Morillas, but this one happens to be one of my most complimented DNAs. And I'm not specifically talking about the Love Edition, I'm talking about the original, which smells very similar to this, if not identical. And also right behind me, I have Gucci Guilty Black somewhere here. That one is actually one of my most complimented under the radar fragrances. And so for that reason, if you do want to smell agreeable, if you want to get the compliments, I think this fragrance is a really good choice for you. And it would also be really nice to buy your significant other a Gucci fragrance, especially one with love in the name, right? The next fragrance is one that is very easy to pull off, very suave, very sophisticated, very gentlemanly, very classic smelling as well, but it also has that element of modernity to it. And this one is Versace Pour Homme Dylan Blue. This is a less metallic version of Dior Sauvage. It has a lot of the same notes. It has the ambroxan, it has the pepper, it has the bergamot, it has the freshness, it has that oceanic appeal in the opening, very professional smelling. If you just want to smell very well groomed, very handsome, Versace Pour Homme Dylan Blue is the fragrance for you. Now, this is for somebody who wants to wear something a little bit more daring, a little bit more romantic, if you will. This is probably the sweetest fragrance of this entire list, and this is Dior Homme Intense 2020. So this one has that pear ambrette quality about it. There's the iris in here as well. Iris for me is a very romantic ingredient, of course, and that goes along with chocolate and rose and many other notes. Those two notes that I just mentioned are not necessarily in this fragrance, but you are going to get a little bit of vanilla in the base, in addition to the pear and the muskmallow that really, in my opinion, makes this a very romantic perfume. And then, of course, with the number one, we have to go with the God of Love. And this one by Versace is called Versace Eros, and I would recommend purchasing the Eau de Parfum. This is a stronger concentration of the two. I find that it is a bit more expensive, but if you can get your hands on it, you are going to experience a few hours of added longevity. It has the tonka bean, the mint. It's a very complemented DNA. It's one that'll do very well for a date with your significant other, and you don't have to take any creative risks when it comes to determining or trying to figure out what perfume to wear, out of the fear that perhaps you might wear something that might not be to her or his liking, depending on how you swing. But this one is very easy to pull off. So these have been my 5 designer fragrances. Have a happy Valentine's Day to those of you who celebrate, and those of you who are planning on doing something. I know a lot of us are probably going to stay at home by our lonesome, and that's totally fine. No knocking on that. I, for myself, am very introverted, so I don't mind doing that at all. And I've been married now for about 6 years. And so in any case, thank you again, Scott, for having me be a part of this collaboration. Really appreciate it, my friend. And thank you for always welcoming me on your channel, and you're always welcome on my channel as well. So thanks again, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right, Steven, thank you very much. I really appreciate you joining me on my channel. Those are some amazing choices. So guys, let's just go ahead and dive in, and I'll show you my choices. So the very first fragrance I want to talk about today is none other than Navitas Parfums, called Intimus Parfums. Guys, it's absolutely beautiful. Now I thought this fragrance was perfect, one, because it's called Intimus Parfums. And intimus is derived from the word intimate. This is an alluring, attractive, romantic fragrance, and I just absolutely love the bottle. And if you guys have seen the previous video with my son, this is his all-time favorite fragrance. And we know this is all from my friend Steven Redolessence, but this was going to be in my video whether he was in it or not, because I absolutely love this fragrance, guys. And the scent is so gorgeous. It's sweet. It's fresh. The vanilla in here is absolutely beautiful. It's woody. It's cozy from the amber. And it's just a great scent for Valentine's Day. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for something that's intimate, something that's cozy, something that's warming, something that when you spray it on, your loved one can't get enough. And the spun sugar in this is absolutely gorgeous. The apple, the orange, the fruits in this are just blended to perfection. Guys, I absolutely love this fragrance. I highly recommend it to each and every one of you. These are all handcrafted fragrances, and you can find them at a very affordable price at Navitas Parfums. All right, so moving right along, the next one I want to talk about is one of my all-time favorite fragrance companies. I love this niche house. I love the man behind this house, and that's none other than Argos, and I'm shout out to Christian. He's an amazing guy. And this presentation, guys, is amazing. This is none other than Triumph of Bacchus. This is a 30 ml. The weight on this is absolutely ridiculous. This cap weighs about 100 pounds. The atomizer technology is unbelievable, and I love, love, love the way, oh. This is so sensual. This is so sexy. This is so gorgeous. The apple in this, the rum note in this, the vanilla, I've never smelled anything blended this perfect, guys, in my life. This is an absolutely gorgeous fragrance. I love it. My wife loves the way it smells on me, and it is a tobacco scent, but if you're turned off by the word tobacco, don't be. It's not harsh. It's clean. It's smooth. It's just a fresh tobacco, if that even makes sense. But it's just a clean, smooth smelling tobacco scent, guys. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I love this scent, and I'm going to get a full bottle very, very soon. That's how good this one is. I highly recommend this one for a date. So go ahead and check out World of Argos and Triumph of Bacchus. All right, guys, moving right along. The next fragrance I wanted to talk about is another one of my all-time fragrance niche houses, and that is Zaharoff. This one is Signature Noir, if I haven't said it already. It's the beautiful purple juice. It's got that silver cap. I love the cap technology on this. You just put it on and it snaps into place. That sound is so satisfying. But guys, this fragrance is absolutely amazing. It shares a lot of the same DNA as the original Signature Pour Homme. It still has that lavender DNA that you come to expect, but it's toned way down, and you get a lot of the woodsiness and oud. There's some myrrh in this, guys, and this is just an absolutely beautiful, sexy fragrance. My wife absolutely loves this on me. She can't get enough of me when I have this on, and I feel like, ladies, you'll feel the same way if you get this for your man and spray this on. You won't be able to sniff this enough. It's just an absolutely gorgeous scent, and I love it to pieces, and I can't recommend it more. The longevity is amazing. The projection is absolutely gorgeous. You will turn heads in this fragrance. All right, so moving right along, the next fragrance I want to talk about is a fragrance that's kind of new to me, but I'm absolutely falling in love with it. I recently just fallen in love with the ingredient cardamom. It is definitely prevalent in this fragrance. I love this fragrance. It's called Jet Black Reserve by Michael Malou. Guys, this is an absolutely beautiful fragrance, but man, this is so fresh with a hint of spice. Again, it's got that amber in it, which is warming and cozy. There's a bit of woodiness to it, but it's not toned up. And the lavender in this is absolutely beautiful. If you can't tell by now, I love lavender. It's just a nice, aromatic, warm, spicy fragrance, guys. This is absolutely beautiful. It's super cozy. This scent kind of becomes a skin scent pretty quickly on me. So the other ones I talked about perform a little bit better than this one, but I still love it. It becomes a skin scent right around the 3 to 4 hour mark. But guys, that's when you're gonna start to get cozy with your significant other. And they're going to be the ones that smell it on you, and they're going to be glad you had this on because it's absolutely beautiful. It's such a gorgeous fragrance, and I cannot recommend this one enough. Finally, last but not least, I thought this one was absolutely perfect for Valentine's Day. Can't get better than this one, guys. This is from Pierre Montal. It's called Chocolate Greedy. And I love the presentation of this. Absolutely, absolutely amazing fragrance, guys. This smells exactly like you think it would. You can smell the chocolatiness so heavily. It's so gorgeous. It's so sexy. There's a bit of a coffee note in this, so that's a little bit of invigorating. A hint of fruitiness, but it's not that strong. It's warm, it's spicy, it's sweet. The fruitiness that does come out in this is orange, and I'm a sucker for chocolate oranges. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those chocolate balls that you break open, and it has that chocolate orange smell. I love that, and this is kind of what that reminds me of. But this is a very sensual, it's a fragrance with some depth. Absolutely beautiful fragrance. I find this lasts up to me about 4 to 5 hours, then it becomes a skin scent, but I absolutely love this one. I recommend this fragrance. So guys, that about does it for me. I really want to give a big shout out to Steven at the fragrance channel Redolessence. Thank you so much, Steven, for all your time. Thank you so much for being kind enough to join a small channel like me. Guys, thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate you guys. Hey, let me know down in the comments what you think about our selections. And I'd like to hear from you guys. What are some of your favorite Valentine scents? What are some of your go-to scents for when you go on a date or when you're going on that special occasion? I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much again for the support. And guys, remember to be yourself as long as yourself smells good.